we're going to talk about one of my favorite tools, and what I think is one of the most versatile tools to have, is a jigsaw. We use this a lot in our van build, along with a circular saw and a chop saw. But in reality, you can pretty much do everything we did with those two saws with this. So if you're going to buy one saw, this would be it. I really like it because you can use it to do curved cuts, and you can also use it to do straight cuts when using a fence. So I'll show you how that works. A couple safety tips when using a jigsaw. Obviously you want to keep your hand out of the blade, away from the blade. One of the things you want to keep in mind is that this creates a lot of dust, so you may want to wear a dust mask. You definitely want to wear safety glasses when using this tool. And when changing blades, you definitely want to unplug it. And one thing I like to do, just to make sure I have complete control of the tool when I'm changing blades or working on it, is to take the plug, stick it in your pocket when changing the blade. That way no one else can inadvertently plug it in while you're working on it. And the final tip of the saw, don't cut your cord. One of the reasons I like this saw so much is because you can get a whole bunch of different blades for it. You can get this one right here for metal. You can get a variety of upcutting and downcutting blades for wood, a roughing blade for wood, and then you can also get some of these thinner blades for making much tighter curves. All jigsaws have some variant of all these components. Some sort of shoe that you rest on the workpiece, the blade, some sort of mechanism to allow you to remove the blade quickly. Some cheaper saws use a set screw, and some of the fancier ones use a system like this. But really either is fine, just takes a little bit longer to change the blades. They also, most of them have an ability to rotate the shoe left and right, so you can make angled cuts, so your cut would be at an angle relative to the base, which can be handy depending on what you're doing. Every saw, the blade moves up and down, and this is good for when you want to make finished cuts and make tight corners. But occasionally you don't care too much about the finish and you want to remove more material faster. So some saws, like this one, have a orbital motion where the blade will come down. I'm going to greatly exaggerate it here. Come down, forward, and up, and that helps to clear the chips away. So you can probably cut 2 to 3 times faster while using this mode, but it provides a much rougher finish, and I'll show you that. Another way you can use this saw when doing straight cuts is with a fence. Another cut you can make with a jigsaw is a plunge cut, where you can plunge in through a workpiece without having to make like a drilled hole or started hole. That can be useful if you want to cut out the center of the panel and reuse that panel. So what you're going to, when you're doing a plunge cut, you need to go very slowly, and you rotate your tool very slowly and have your jigsaw on its highest speed setting. Because if you go too quickly, the blade can bind up the material and this will jump around in your hands and it's not good. So what you're going to do is provide lots of force down to hold the blade into material. Turn the saw on and slowly plunge it into the material. I left a link down below for the current version of this saw and the blade kit we're using. If you have any questions about this video or want to see any future tool videos, leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.